What should you do with excess cash inside an S Corp business? Specifically, in the 3 to 5 years before you sell a business, what should business owners be doing with that excess cash? And we need to be very mindful of being an S Corp because there are certain advantages and disadvantages to what we do with excess cash inside an S Corp. So, what I mean by that is just simply taking distributions that can sometimes create a basis offset, which would lead to future capital gains that otherwise we could have avoided. Specifically, what we would recommend you think about doing with the excess cash inside an S Corp business is one, consider making investments in the business that grow the value of the business, not just today, but in the future. There's really two main ways we can do that. One is we have clean books and financials, whether that's completing a compilation so that we know we can hand over 2 to 3 years of financials that are in perfect shape and our books are in great shape too for the buyer for them to buy. The second side of it is to think about what it is within the business that the business is dependent upon you for the success of it. So what I mean by that is, let's use the example of a business owner for a home remodeler. If you're the one who's going out there and sourcing the business and doing the drawings, somebody's maybe actually physically doing the work on the site. And as a buyer, someone's going to look and say, like, I need a salesperson. I need someone who's going to do the drawings as well. I need somebody who knows CAD and what are the costs associated with that. So think about what the business is relying on you upon. Use that extra cash to grow out your team. That way you go to a buyer and you say, look, I have this stability over time. I've had these people with me for 2-3 years. They take care of this, this, and this. I'm really just more so managing the business, which is what you, the buyer, would be doing as well. The second recommendation that we would have for you is to take a look at different sorts of retirement plans. Let's say you don't have a 401k right now and you're in your late 50s. What you're able to do is you can go to different 401k providers and you can get, for many of them, the majority, if not all of the 401k costs covered through tax incentives. What we mean by that is you, the employer, have to sponsor the 401k plan. And now let's say that you're 55 years old. You're able to put aside $32,500 per year in savings. That's you, the employee. You can also have it set up where the company itself makes a contribution as a percentage of your income as well, your wages that are being paid to you. So all your employees would get the benefit of that. And a buyer would look at it and say, yeah, look, that's a benefit. We understand the business owner put it in place for their benefit specifically because they're able to put additional money set aside. You can even look at doing super backdoor max 401k contributions, but that's kind of something in the future that you would look at as a potential what if scenario. Another sort of retirement plan that you could consider doing is, depending on your age, is even looking at doing a cash balance plan. Now, a 401k is like an IRA. A cash balance plan is a defined benefit plan. The higher you are compensated and the older you are, the more money that needs to be sent to you because of, how old you are and the income that you're getting. You're trying to replicate that income in the future in your retirement. So more money goes to you than your younger employees who make less money because they have more time to grow to that value. The third and final thing that we would look at making a potential allocation for cash is take a distribution out of the business. You do not want to buy real estate inside an S Corp. That is not a good idea. We take a distribution out of the business. And many times we'll see business owners, they actually own the real estate and they own the business as well. They love the real estate aspect of it. So now we take a distribution from the business. We go and we buy a building, whether that building is a rental home, whether it's an industrial building, a retail center, whatever it may be. But because your business is operating so well, you're able to either have a value add property where it needs some maintenance and some improvements done on it. Maybe you have some turnover in leasing as well. Tenants are moving out, you're going to backfill it with some new tenants. But what you're able to do is you're able to take the value of your business, the profitability of your business, take those profits out, invest in real estate. We get bonus depreciation right now in 2026. So any useful life less than 27 and a half years, we get to depreciate this year. It's going to shield a lot of our income, if not all of it, in 2026. The other thing that we're doing, again, is because that business is doing so well, we're able to make an investment in the future. And here's the real kicker. If it is your goal in the future to be a real estate professional, you are now laying the groundwork so that we have these assets and we can file yourself as a real estate professional in the future so that all of your real estate activity, we're able to use bonus depreciation to offset your income from real estate from that active activity. Thank you so much.